what's the plan for the week? Before we get started, thought I'll run through some of the merch. Hats are coming in fast finally. The sunset hats are in for those who haven't already seen my post about it. And the laser bucket ones have been restocked. We're down to the last about 5 of those. So those are available now. I believe the pink hats, which are the blue and pink, they're the chick hats. They're coming in too. They look sensational from what I've seen so far. I'll show a few more pictures of those when they come in. What else have we got? I know the X9 hats are coming. I've seen a thing of them, but they'll probably be another 2 to 3 weeks from now. And then I'm expecting a restock of the corn and the red trucking hats. So all coming soon. Still got plenty of hoodies here. Anyone who's looking for grey or black hoodies, and we are in the process of making some t-shirts, I should say. T-shirts are going to be really good, I think. We're working on designs of them. Not just making straight up Narrain Grain ones. We're going to make a few with a few slogans and that, similar to what the Yanks do on their shirts. Australian based stuff, but basically will have the same vibe as what the Yank merch sells. So they have like Millennial Farm, Larson Farms, that sort of thing. So yeah, I think the t-shirts is about the last thing that we were doing that we really needed to be doing. So I'm going to probably bring out 2 or 3 designs of those and try and have them on the stock, see how they go. We'll release one, and then we might release another one later. We've got a few more designs coming up for the hats, probably a sprayer hat and maybe even a spreader hat. Sprayer hat probably first. So yeah, that's what's going on the merch front. Anyone doing Dry July? We are well in the middle of it now. I think I've got 2 days to go till we're halfway there. So well done to those guys who are doing the Dry July. You're killing it. Anyway, guys, what's been happening this week? Hit us up. Let us know what's going on in Menazate. I don't know. It's something like that. What's happening tonight? Yeah. What's planned for the week? Coming up this week, I've got Joe coming back on board. If you didn't hear about Joe from the last live, he accidentally burned himself on the weekend pretty badly a couple of weekends ago now. He managed to cop the spray of petrol on the face and managed to burn his face pretty badly. So we're lucky he's okay. He's going to make a full recovery. No lasting damage, I don't think. Just he was in quite a lot of pain, as you'd imagine. So we had lost him for 2 weeks. Good to have Joe back. He'll be back on Monday, so you might get to see him back on the camera if he's ready for the camera anyway. He's obviously he's a bird face is never nice to look at, but he doesn't look too bad. I've seen him already. Also expect my brother Jimmy to come back end of this week, apparently. I thought it was another 2 weeks away, but apparently not. So you should see him on a few other videos coming up. But yeah, spreading. Finally might get my buddy paddock sown. Still working on that. It's been a battle. What's going on, Ryder? What's going on, the Infinite? So fair bit of tracking to go on. About to start tracking popcorn up to Queensland, to Kingaroy, for those who know Queensland pretty well. I might even get to do one of those. I've got probably 3 weeks left before I'm going to be off for a medical thing I need to do, and then the week after that I'm going to Aquip. So going to have a few weeks off coming up, but I'm hoping to get 1 or 2 loads up to Kingaroy in the truck, and yeah, hopefully we might be able to take we will take the YouTube along for a ride, because it's not very often I do a trip of that length. Usually most of the trips I do on the truck are day trips, so it will be awesome to have a go at some of the longer haul stuff. Going well, Ryder. Thanks very much, and thanks for the like and the sub. You're a bloody legend, mate. Go and check out a couple of the other videos I've done. I just released a video today with my daughter Chloe. We were doing a bit of ferret spreading, and there's a couple other things. It's good half an hour long, that video. So if you're interested in what's going on the farm, that's you can find all that on the YouTube. It did very well. Yeah, Chloe, that's the one. Chloe's my daughter. So yeah, that's what's going on the farm. What else? It's been a bit hectic. A lot of corn still going out. A lot of corn heading out with the with other carriers and whatever. But we're keeping up, so that's all that matters. But yeah, tell us what you guys are all up to. You got any questions? Hit us up, and we'll keep moving. Oh, that's very good, Ryder. That's good. You see on my latest video, I was actually, we were trying to, basically going to start welding up our Dunstan bin. It's copped a bit of a hiding in the chassis region, so it's got a lot of work to be done there, but we'll work our way through it. Paddy's been in control of that, our main worker, Paddy. But yeah, anyway, so that should be pretty good, really. What else has been going on? Nothing much, really. Went up to how many tons of corn did we grow last year? It was around 7,000, a bit over 7,000 tons, I suppose. Menace, we got you had 520 hectares, and yeah, I think it averaged 15.5 tonne to the hectare, so fair bit of corn. Yeah, going good. This year's not looking very promising for corn with the price of water the way it is and the price of fertiliser the way it is and the allocation we've got. It's not looking great for corn growing, but hopefully we can yeah, grow something. If it keeps raining up in the hills, we'll be okay. But at this moment, the Hume Dam's pretty low. Dartmouth is still pretty high, but the Hume Dam is low. See you, Ryder. Catch you, mate. Yeah, so that's where we're at with the corn. Yeah, at the moment it's sort of in limbo. We'll get round to planting it September through October. So the opening price of the water for the Murray at the moment is $200 in the Kruger anyway, which is our scheme. We're the West Kruger scheme, and we're at 1% allocation. So that's not looking very good for corn. Really choosing the gross margin. If you're doing, well, it's a bit the same as my phone. If you're doing corn, you can somewhere use around 6 to 10 megs, depending on the year of water. Say you're talking $2,000 worth of water alone, and then if you go 15.5 times, if I get a calculator on this, 15.5 tonne to the hectare at say $400. So 400 times 15.5 equals 6,200. So you're using a third of the prices in water already. Then you put in, so you're back to $4,200. Then you put in your price of the urea, which is around at the moment, say 900. Times that by, usually uses a tonne. There's another 900. Plus your, so 4,200 minus that. 4,200 minus 900. That was weird. Is that what it said? It's, well, what is it? 3,100. So you're back to 3,100. Then you got corn seed costs, you got chemical costs, you got inputs, the other inputs like DAP. You usually put 300 kilos of DAP in, so 300 times that by 1,000 minimum, probably more at the moment. So yeah, you start getting up there anyway. the gross margin for corn's still there, but it's pretty crap. If it gets any worse, don't know what we're going to do there. It's very easy when your cost of water's around at anything under 100 really. Yeah, under 100 is pretty good. Anyway, that's a couple of the figures we'll have to sort out. Hopefully we could get a bit more. You could almost take a gamble and go, oh, you get a bit more price for your corn. You might be more like, you know, 450, but really waiting on wheat. It follows the price of wheat around. If we get a decent enough wheat year this year, then corn might not be the best option for everyone. So yeah, that's where we're at on the corn front. Hey Tate, what's going on, man? What's been happening this week? Just doing a few sums on this ridiculous calculator. I've never used a calculator on this computer before. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, that's where we're at with the corn. Been off to my in-laws this weekend over at Carrathul, seeing what's going on over there. They've got some durum wheat that's being watered at the moment. It's very dry up there, drier than here, but not significantly, but it's dry enough. Yeah, so they're growing a bit of cotton again. They're cotton farmers up there. Yeah, they're having the same problems as us. I think their water's more like $350 per megalitre, not 200. So they're having a few difference. Hey Robert, what's going on? Chickens and beef, yeah, okay, yep. There's a fair few chickens and beef around here too. Don't worry. What other summer crops do we grow? That's it. We're just corn, just grow corn. A lot of people around us, or a few people around us, grow cotton. We haven't gone that way. We just doubled down on the corn more. But at this stage, yeah, as I said, corn's not looking the most promising at the moment. Anyway, that's the way it goes. But yeah, everything looks pretty good up that way around Carrathul, Darlington Point, all that. They all seem to look pretty good, but yeah, I know it's pretty dry. My brother's brother-in-law, whatever he is to me, probably that, brother's brother-in-law. 5 for farms, yeah, so we got 1% at the moment. It's abysmal, yeah, no good at all. But no, it's just, yeah, I think Narrain BG's on 3%, I think. So yeah, not bad. What was I going to look up? One of my mates, he was talking about, trying to find him now. Native Barrel, he was talking about, it's not going to come up now. 96 millimetres year to date at Barrellan, that's what they've had. So, yeah, not going too well at Barrellan. But that being said, the crops still look okay considering, just looking at the picture here. Yeah. Do we getting decent subsidiaries over here? Not really. No, we don't get anything. It's pretty pathetic over here in Australia for that. That being said, I don't particularly care for them either. It's like we need to be able to stand on our own 2 feet. I think if they did a better job of propping up our livestock, like grain export, we'd be a lot better off than trying to get subsidiaries from the government. But I know that's how it works in a few other countries for sure. But yeah, so that's about where we're up to really. Yeah, any other questions you got, guys? Chuck them up. A little bit quieter, little bit quieter. You can see Gavin's busting his ass to ask a few questions, and he's put something out 3 minutes ago, but he hasn't figured out we're here. Just have a look at the comments on my last video. Anyway, moving into cropping is beef dropping crazy. Yeah, see, that's the same over here. I know they're having a pretty good moment pretty good run at the moment over here. There's a lot of livestock wiped out in some floods in Queensland, and yeah, it's a little bit. There was a little bit of flow and effect because a lot of people are trying to restock and that sort of stuff, and I know a lot of them have got adjustment up there for other beef people down here. They're having a few issues with the not having enough feed and whatnot for them, so they're trying to get their cows up there at adjustment is what I'm getting at. Any advice going into crop? It depends what crops you're growing, Robert. It really depends. Yeah, what you're trying to grow. Yeah, and I don't know what New Zealand's a different farm, a different country. I'm not sure what their spray regimes and all that are like, so I can't really make any great advice things. But don't be afraid to chuck fertiliser at it. It's about the one thing I will say. Is the corn you grow GMO? Say no, it's not. No, we don't have GMO stuff over here, unless they don't think it's GMO. There you go. You might have caught me up there. Maybe it's... No, I'm pretty sure it's right. Not GMO, no. We don't want subsidies. We want a price that covers cost of production and a little profit. 100%, 200%. That's exactly what we need. And to do that, if we had a little bit more exportability, we could sort of push into that a little bit. Yeah. Gavin, you finally joined us, mate. Thank God for that. I was just reading your comment on here before saying, you're doing a live. We're already on a live, brother. 7:30. So, sorry, I'll just read down my 4 times. Hey, did the apprentice finish up with the spreading? Looked like she was going well. Yes, she did. She got bored of it and has decided, I'm not doing this. She goes to me the next day. She goes, I said, you're coming out spreading. I need you to do this paddock. That'd be great. Right next to where we were working. Nah. I was like, great. Taught her all this stuff for nothing. Anyway, she has a couple of friends come in and she's like, can we drive the spreader now that my friends are here? I'm like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not even a hope in hell. Anyway. Hey, Tom, what's going on? I think we've had about 6.5 mils for this week, so enough to keep the crops ticking along quite well. The wheat and the barley's going, looks pretty good. Canola's catching up. Actually, it's had a good week, truth be told. So, I wish it was the starter's cough, Blake. That's pretty funny, yes. I'm just coming off. I'm still on the tail end of this, but tail end of a cold, and to be honest with you, it's almost asthma at this point, I think. EU countries are reportedly declining US grain corn as its GMO. EU countries have done that forever, and as it's buddy, that's a good point. They've stuffed their canola. A lot of our canola goes into the EU as well, and that's why we have a massive disparity between the price of GM canola and normal canola. I think, a little bit of a rant here, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. There is absolutely no studies backing up and saying the GM crops of any description, of any different nutrition profile. There's no studies that show it has long-term effects on any health markers or anything. It's... The EU is totally behind the ball on that one. The same scaremongering that we dealt with 10 years ago is happening over there, and for nothing. It's just people don't like change for the sake of change. You start playing with genetics and people lose their crap, yeah. Anyway. You read 50 mils yesterday, today, damn, it will be hard to farm where you're at. Must be hard to farm where we're at. Nah, it's not too bad. It's really good. We are in a pretty good cropping position around here. It may be dry here at the moment, but there's plenty of times where it's not too. Or dry-ish. I wouldn't even say it's dry here at the moment. We are in one of the most productive areas in Australia by far and away. The Riverina is really it's a bit of a powerhouse. Usually when the Riverina's sometimes when the rest of New South Wales, particularly out west, is doing a little bit more poorly, the Riverina will still be hanging on. So yeah, it's a pretty good area. Don't get me wrong. We've got 450 mil rain. It's not huge compared to New Zealand, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of tons come out of the Riverina and down into Victoria and a few other places like northern New South Wales. When it slaps, it really slaps. There's a lot of grain comes out of that region. Same with Queensland. Queensland's a lot more safe too, but at the end of the day, you're more likely to get a harder drought in northern New South Wales than you are down here. And by that token, the southern of Victoria tends to be a little bit more safer than we are. So, yeah, SA sort of pulls back into that a little bit more arid regions. There's some good pockets in there too. And West Australia, I'm not too sure on all it, but it's generally pretty safe, I think. Not quite as much rain as I said, but yeah, there's pretty good pockets all around Australia, and I think we're in a pretty good pocket here for sure. Usually get a notification when the life starts bidding up at night. Yeah, I don't know why that'd be. I haven't done anything different, I don't think. Yeah, anyway, but yeah, so yeah, it's pretty good here in the Riverina. We are pretty safe, in a pretty safe spot. Anywhere south of us generally gets a bit more rain. Anywhere east of us towards the hills gets a little bit more rain, but at the same time, those guys don't get any irrigation either, so we're in a little bit of a lucky spot here. To where west as well is sort of in a similar situation. Yeah, more irrigation stuff. You start going north and west of us towards Griffith, there's a powerhouse of industry up there too. It's still the Riverina. You start getting into fruit country, cotton country, rice country, sort of all mingles in a little bit here too. And yeah, there's a lot of fruit country around Griffith. Yeah, there's a good industry for agriculture around us, that's for sure. Anyway, guys, if you've got any more questions, chuck them up. We've got another 8 minutes or so, and then I'm going to jet off to TikTok like I usually do a live over there. But yeah, any other questions, let us know. Just having a bit of a look, see if I missed any. Yeah. As I said at the start, we're sort of just working on getting this last of the fertiliser done this week. I hope to get going with the sowing. I get that last paddock done. It should only take me a day. I just haven't had time. I've been working through the basically just trying to get the fertiliser spread, and because I haven't had Joe with me, it's been a little bit difficult. Just haven't had enough people to get it done. It took a little bit of getting sorted. So can we run through how this membership works? So I'll just chirp on it because I'm on my YouTube thing here. I see someone joined up as a member, but I don't know if they left again. So the perks of the membership, what do we get? So we got, I set this up a while ago, so you have to bear with me a little bit here. Where are the perks? Hold on, I'm trying to find the things. Hold on, I'll answer another one. Here's a big 220 go. So 220 is going good, no issues so far. It's better to go in and get a little bit of warranty work done. There's got one leaker and a diff. Other than that, it's going really good. Beautiful truck to drive. I don't get to drive it much, so Sharpie drives it mainly. How do I bloody find out? How do I find out what the membership's got? I've set this up and now I can't find the damn thing. Anyway, I'll come back to you on that one, Gavin. I think the membership you get early access to the videos, What was the other couple of things? You'll get a badge as a commenter on any of the videos, and then something else. There's a couple other things. Priority comments, reply all the time to the comments, and then if you go into the next level, you actually get a merch discount, which we're sort of still set up. So I've got part of the crew is the first level, and then the part of the family is the next level. It's yeah, so you get a merch discount, you get members only shorts, and you will get members only videos as well. Probably a shout out on the YouTube as well, on any of those videos. Probably just in the members only ones, because it's sort of, you're going to do something in there. But yeah, I'll go into more in-depth things, more in-depth shorts and videos and that stuff. Something a little bit more personal too. I tend to keep a little bit of the financial stuff and whatever off the YouTube, because it's not really mine to tell everyone. I'm a full farm, but we'll probably go into a lot more of that sort of stuff on the members. So if you're interested in becoming a member, jump on the part of the crew or part of the family, whichever level you'd like. And if I could tell you what the bloody levels were. Oh, there we go. Finally got it. Right, sorry. So you get a loyalty badge and an emoji, whatever the bloody hell the emoji meant. Priority reply to comments, early access to new videos, and connecting on social media. So you can basically send me a message whenever you like on any of the other social medias. I think YouTube's the only one that doesn't have an inbox style, which would have been great. All the others have an inbox, so if you'd like, you can comment. You can text me on there, ask anything, or find out anything. You basically become one of my mates. It's not a, it's there's a level of disconnect between us all the time. Well, it just removes that. And the part of the family gets all those, but you get discounted merchandise, members only shorts, and members only videos, like I said. So you can think about adding those. Go and check them out. I'm not pressuring anyone into it. I just want to get it running. A lot of people got patrons and that sort of stuff. And it gives me another access to people, and you can inspire me with ideas of what you'd like to see on the channel, and what you actually want to see. That's a lot of the stuff I don't really know. I'm flying a little bit blind sometimes. Sometimes I hit it and it goes well, but yeah, it's just depends. Yeah, I'm happy to answer most questions here, but you'll be able to get a bit more personal touch there, and I'll haunt it, a lot more than I do the regular stuff. Would you consider it to be more of an economical loss to go or even try growing a few 100 acres of organic stuff? Do you think it's not worth it financially? Not really, to be honest with you, Woody. There's not enough. There's room to move into an organic market, but the market's not very big, and it provides a whole lot of challenges that have to be overcome. So yeah, it's there's a few issues there with the organic stuff. Our local feed mill actually takes organic, or at least used to take organic wheat and that to be milled for organic cows and dairies and that sort of stuff. They had a little go at it, and it didn't last very long. Have we done any cattle at all? No cattle. No cattle so far. No, we've been avoiding the. We don't just don't deal with cattle. Need a hammer, give us a shout, looking for extra work in the weekends. Will do, Tom. I'm surprised I haven't got you working harder at Borgo, brother. It's bloody, there's a, I would have thought there'd be heaps of work to go there. Geez, I think there's a bunch of Macdon fronts here at the moment. Geez, there's a heap of them. Got it? No, so just, sorry, Robert, go back to your cattle question. No, we haven't got any cattle, so I can't really answer too many questions. What do we still need to sow? So I got 170 hectare paddock. It was just too wet. It's coming in after corn. It's running very late. Gonna put some wheat, real late wheat in there. Seems almost too late for this, I realise, but to be honest with you, it could still go 6 tonne from where we are. I've seen it before. Still getting plenty of foxes around. I haven't seen many for a little while, man. It's been pretty good, yeah. Pretty basic sort of a thing. They're sort of, crops are getting tall enough, they're a bit harder to find. I did see one now that I ran around, but I've had to GUN in my ute for a couple of weeks and I haven't pulled it out. More looking at the hoppy foxes. They are everywhere still. Big guy, but there's not much. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Tom. Anyway, guys, I'm going to head off to TikTok. If you want to come and join us over there, have a look at those memberships. If you think I should change them or something, or we need more, what else would you like to see in it? Just hit me up, put it in a comment, or find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Threads. I'm on them all. Send us a message and go, hey, look, not sure if that's going to work, and I can change it because I think I have one member so far. So, yeah, I'm not sure if he's still a member or not. It says I've got a member. Recent member activity, but I don't know if he's still there or not. Anyway, if you are there, Jade Lowe, if you're watching this by chance, thanks for becoming the first member. You're a legend. Righto, guys. I'll catch you later. See you, Robert. We'll catch you on the next one. You're here 7:30 every Sunday night for a live. So go your questions, add them up, and ask me on a Sunday. Righto, catch you.